I'm resident of Collinwood for YouTube. Joel Saints. That's my buddy Alan Gallant. That's my buddy Patrick McCray. We're here to review Hap and Leonard, Season 3, Episode 3. Again, we get a little more. We get a cool dream sequence. Well, two cool dream sequences in here.
Yes.
But we get more of the sheriff interaction here. He seems like he's wanting to enforce the law in this episode. We get some redneck hillbilly stuff, more of it.
The clan. Yeah,
the
compound.
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse compound, I call it, because he's in there hacking away at some animal. Yeah, it's pretty creepy stuff. Absolutely.
The lighting in this episode for that scene is creepy as shit too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like it's in the middle of the fucking day too. It's like, damn, they did a good job, like, for filming that in the day and making that look as dark as it did and creepy and
make
you feel uneasy. Yeah, that was a good job.
We get to see a little more of Ilsa, She-Wolf of the Reich.
Yeah.
In this episode.
What a terrifying figure.
She is. She's terrible and terrifying. She's unbelievable. But yet there's truth in all of these characters, including her.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, I like how after that, Hap goes right to the police chief. He's like, "Hey, are you gonna actually look for Florida, or or what? Like, are you gonna do your job?" And he's like yelling at him. Corbin Burnson does a good job battling verbally Hap Leonard, Hap back, but it's a very good back and forth between the two.
It is, and also it helps develop, the sheriff's character, which is, I'm not going to be told what to do by this guy, but at the same time, he has this inner conflict, like he wants to know too. So that's why he ends up going out to the Klan place, skulking around at night, and obviously these two guys, the Klan leader and he, know each other well enough so that he doesn't come out of that building with a shotgun,
Make sure you turn the lights off.
Yeah, there's stuff going on. Definitely stuff going on. There's one image now that's gone through this entire first half of the season, and that's the frog.
The frog.
The frog. Yeah, it's just like he popped up again. It's interesting. Now, frogs are supposed to be good luck, but there are other things they're supposed to be too, I guess.
Yeah, I really want to know where he's going with the frog.
What did you guys think of the scary dreams Hap was having there when he wakes up and he sees Florida dead and she's like all zombie-fied looking?
Oh yeah,
it's terrifying.
Yeah. It is. It is.
She's coated in dirt.
Yeah, like she's been buried.
Yeah.
And she's gray, of course, because she's dead. Yeah. But this is after he sees her live and up against him and everything else, and then suddenly she's dead, and it's like, this is him trying to work out his mind wanting to tell him that logically she's probably dead, but I just don't want to believe it. I just don't want to do that. I mean, that's part of it. That's one layer of it.
What about the creepy girl?
Oh, she's great. I think she's got a key or two to turn yet. We see her in the first episode too, just kind of.
I think she's the narrator.
She's just and she wants to break through this witnessing that she's done. Obviously, she sees something in Hap, and she gives him the lipstick, and so she's trying real hard to tell him something, whether it's he's dead or you better watch out or various things, because she can't speak or won't speak. I guess she won't speak.
She somewhat reminds me of the strange man in Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
Very creepy, very mysterious. Because, she's the narrator, but you don't hear her, like, speak to other characters.
She's a narrator without a voice. She's a witness.
Well,
She's a
no,
witness.
but she does narrate the thing about the blues guy.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
It's like, okay, here, maybe she heard this story as a kid, or does she know this story because she's death itself?
That's what I've started to wonder, is if she is a supernatural figure.
She may yet be, because I mean she's known. She's a familiar to a lot of people in town, because she walked out of town, she went into the woods, and she didn't come back out for a long time. So maybe she's not who she was. Well, she clearly isn't, but maybe she's no longer of this world. You know, maybe she's dead. Maybe she's something else.
I'll send you guys a video of the whole Strange Man thing, and you can. You can go from
These kind of characters are always, usually they're outsiders. They have clues to give. They might represent something
Well, she's like the voodoo guy.
supernatural, or they may be just outside observing things.
She's the analog to the voodoo guy in season 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. There's a lot of that great undertone here.
Because that's the thing, like when you're that's the one thing I was really paying attention to with this episode here with the little girl, is not just the little girl, but the other characters Hap and Leonard are interacting with. They're literally they're real people. They're people they can actually talk to and touch. Like this little girl, like you're not so certain, like what's the deal, right? With like the separation of the physical characters and this little girl.
I'm curious to know as to why she just gravitated straight to Hap.
Right.
Well, okay. Does anyone else see the lipstick?
I don't know.
What you mean that she gave him? The lipstick that she gave him?
Yeah.
That it has a bunch of rhinestones of different colors all over it and stuff?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because if no one sees the lipstick, then it's very easily Hap's head.
Yeah. That's a good point, because in the episode he thinks he sees Florida alive at the bar.
The dance,
at the dance. And
he walks into a hornet's nest of racial animus.
Yeah. Leonard yells up, "You better get your head right."
Yeah.
So it could be the case too. You're right. It could be. I don't know. That's the thing with this series. It's psychologically, it's really great too, because you're sort of playing off the audience's emotions just as much as you are Hap and Leonard's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, is this girl alive or dead? Do you see the lips? To your point, do you see the lipstick? It's like, who else sees it other than the Hap? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's right. We don't really know if anybody else sees it or not.
Right. They haven't answered.
He's the only one that's handled it and put it down and done things with it. So.
Yeah.
And now, wait a minute. Does he mention it to Leonard? Doesn't he say he gave me this or something? Maybe Leonard can see it too. So maybe not.
I don't know. I can't.
I got to go back. I have to go back and look. Because maybe not. Maybe that was artfully sort of avoided somehow.
I know they mentioned, because I know they've mentioned other things in this. I know they've mentioned the Elvis cards to one another.
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, that was kind of a deadpan joke with Dice Man, Dice Clay. Dice Clay. He's gonna say, "Oh, my Elvis cards," as he walks out of the radio station.
One of them was found at a crime scene. It's okay. Yeah, and you get to hear Andrew in this episode too.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So the clan, basically the head clan, then sets up a trap for Hap and Leonard here.
Oh yes. And at the end of the episode, we get the.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow, one of the most harrowing scenes I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They're trying to kill them by jamming them into a train. It's insane. Obviously, it doesn't quite work. It almost works, which is the harrowing part, because it's so sudden. You see the lights there, and oh shit, here's trouble. They're going to get out of it. Oh, they're not getting out of the truck. They're just going to ram them into the train. That's the shocking part of it.
When the door when the door goes,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
just the really incredible editing of the chaos inside the car as you just see,
Yeah.
you know, these people at weird angles and boots
Trying
flying
to avoid
around,
getting
and
killed. Yeah. Because they're getting smashed on one side and worn off by the train on the other side.
yeah.
So there's really no place to go. But yeah, that's again peak moment. Dan Curtis cliffhanger. Here we go.
Oh yeah, Dan would really approve of this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, here's a question for you guys with the whole bar dance sequence. Do you think, how far do you think Hap's mind is gone here within this episode?
I think he's really exhausted and he may be hallucinating somewhat. But I don't think he's mad.
Hap is psychologically a lot more fragile than I thought when I started this rewatch again. You know, there he has that moment when he's, you know, going to kill John McConnell, and McConnell has the fit in the, which I have seizures, so I call them fits. You know, he has the seizure, and then here, you know, these very disturbing dreams, and even just his impulsiveness, where doing the right thing kind of melts into, what are you compensating for? That you're putting yourself in such danger so often.
Yeah, he's also incredibly frayed because of the. I mean, he's suffered a lot of losses. They both have, but they're responding to it differently. He's suffered. A couple of people he was manically involved with are gone, just gone. So he's got that going on for him, going against him, I guess, in terms of his mental health. And then all the stress and pressure and some of it self-inflicted, you know, insisting on, but that's all, it all roots back to the loss. It's like, I'm going to go find her. I gotta find her. I gotta find her. She's gone. You know, at this point, I think we can say with relative certainty, she's dead.
Yeah.
They've been told in a note. They've been, you know, there's a lot of other things about it that say that she's dead, including the avoidance of certain members of the Black community that will come up to but not go past the point of saying that she's dead.
Well, you know, if she's not dead, she's a prisoner.
Right.
And why would they do that? Because that's just an incredible vulnerability. That's, you know.
Yeah.
Because for one thing, Florida would know that these guys would start looking for her.
Yes.
And she would not let that valiant activity just turn into existential frustration. You know, she would contact them and say, I'm okay. Cool it.
Yeah, because it's all over town. They've talked to a ton of people by this time. So it's all over town.
And something on my mind with this episode, too, is that telephone call between Florida and the cop back home. It's like, okay, you said she sounded strange. Like, so is this woman possessed?
Maybe. I mean, it is 9/10 of the law.
Possession, yes. But also being under certain stresses can make you sound and act strange, like under the threat of death. Or at gunpoint, or at knife point, or any various other scenarios, or being restrained and threatened, you know, that kind of thing, or being followed. All these things can cause a certain difference in your personality.
Oh yeah,
because this all leads back to the records of the musician that, you know, they deal with the devil, if you will.
Yes, I mean, everything seems to lead to ancestral sin of some kind. And that's another reason why people might not talk about it, and why this town is suspended. They can't go any further. They're in arrested development because of the curse, which they talk about. It's a curse. It's a curse.
And that's the thing. It's like you sort of wonder, like, okay, are they trying to actively prevent this thing from going any further than their own town? Because that's the question they haven't really answered either. but that seems to be a question within these 3 episodes. Sorry, my dog's barking. My wife's home. But that's one of the most interesting unanswered questions too. It's like, okay, are there people within the community actively trying to prevent this curse from going any further than the town? Because it's like anybody who touches this record ends up dead.
Right.
It's like that's
right. And the record is somewhere there. So
yeah. Although Andrew Dice Clay's character is just fine.
Right. Well, he doesn't believe in any of that stuff, and he's also, I don't know. He's from away. He's not part of the ancestral sin. He's moved there from away, and he's white, so they accept him, and he's there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's there by way of Ben Yehuda Street. It's
right.
All of the coding is there that he is the other. He's the other for them.
Yeah.
Right.
It's acceptable because of the color of his skin, but he's not one of them.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you can tell he's an outsider, right? What's you guys' favorite scene in this episode?
The climax, the thing with the truck.
Yeah,
for me,
it's explosive. It's explosive. I also I really enjoy Hap's standing up to the Klan leader and talking to him philosophically about, you don't know what the plan is, do you? You don't have one. Yeah. This isn't about a plan. This is about you hating people. Yeah. This is bred into your DNA from Grandpappy Peepaw, who fought in the Civil War or whatever. Or maybe you've been cursed because that energy that was given here has been taken from you, and now you're mad about that because you're stuck here in this time period before Kennedy and LBJ, or whatever. So, but anyway, yeah, it's that mojo, as is in the title, is strong.
Yes.
Yeah. Very, very creepy.
Love it. I love how we can surmise and talk about and debate what connections are happening. There are connections. It's just a matter of which are which.
Yeah, which is in Hap's mind and what's real.
Sure. Yeah, that's a part of it. That's absolutely part of it.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys want to add before we go?
It's yet another great episode.
Yeah. One right after the other, man. Spoiled by the screenwriting and the acting and everything.
Yeah, really good character development too. So link to Patrick McCray's Dark Shadows They Book Unbound is going to be in the description box. Link to Alan Gallant's YouTube channel, Colin Sport After Dark, is going to be in the description box to give him some subs. See you guys tomorrow night. Take care.
Indeed. Okay. Avengers. Bye.